Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, The Traveling Kenyan. Today I'm in Golspie, a part of Scotland in the district of Sutherland, and I've come here to check out a phenomenal castle that apparently I've been told by a few subscribers that I need to check it out. So here I am. I'll see you shortly and we'll check it out together. Bye for now. Welcome to the channel, guys. So today I'm in Dunrobin Castle and this is where I've arrived and just checking out the place, guys. Wow, this place is, I think the word that comes to mind is ostentatious. If I can turn my camera around, we've just come down from the entrance and we're just starting the tour of the internal structures here. So I'll just kind of turn my camera around and show you what I'm looking at the moment. Look at that, guys. I mean, that's a massive portrait. And I think that's what we call a billiard table, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that's huge. So this is a very old-fashioned castle, so you can see the deer stags and everything. It gives off the vibe of being very, very, very old. And I suppose that's what castles are. You know, some date back to the 1600s. Beautiful portraits as well. Look at that. Some massive clock. And it's showing there, it's made by the Brysons, Edinburgh. So it just goes to show the different kind of collections of items that are made from different places, like most castles exhibit, I would imagine. So some areas are cordoned off. You can only go to certain areas. As you can see there, you know, they have somewhat of a rope that kind of just blocks certain areas. So it's very, very restricted to certain areas that you can go to. So just coming along, and this, I believe, they look like, are they silk? No, but they somewhat feel very, so beautiful, beautiful place, guys. Yeah, and this is an instrument that was built in Meriden, Connecticut, USA in 1904. So, just like I said, there's different stuff made from different places. And that's your cue sticks for the billiard table, guys. So, very, very, very interesting. That's a huge, huge vase. Guys, the weather today is beautiful. Driving all the way down here was just incredible. It's been 19 degrees Celsius in the northeast of Scotland. That's a very, very rare occurrence, guys, but it's just been fantastic to come over and just kind of have a look, because I've always wanted to come to this place And like I said earlier, one of my subscribers recommended that I check this place out. So, and we're just coming to the dining area, guys. That kind of gives you a glimpse of what this place looked like with the table set and all that. Wow, isn't that beautiful? So pretty much just please look but do not touch. Very, very well understandable. And this would have been, I would imagine, the main dining area of the castle. So that's incredible. Wow, I mean, guys, the ceiling height in this place is off the charts, to be honest. So what it looks like here, it seats 10 people. And I suppose back in the day, you know, check out that fireplace, guys. It's remarkable. So yeah, guys, incredible place, right? I think so anyway. So let's just keep getting a tour of this place and see what else we can see, guys. Guys, as you can see there, we have nice, beautiful silver. Wow. It's just incredible collection. And this is the Marquis of Stafford on his marriage. So it looks like a marriage gift, you know. Nice lamps as well, guys, and just a bit of a close-up there, you can see. The portraits here, guys, looks huge, and I would imagine these will be very, very expensive collections of portraits we're looking at, you know. So these are just little items that I've stocked. As you can see, that's a very old-fashioned bagpipe there. Yes. Amazing. Wow. And guys, just give you an idea, another fireplace here. And I think this is proper marble, as you can see. It really does. And guys, if anyone didn't know, this part of the country is full of deer. It's obviously the Highlands of Scotland, so look at the size of that. That's the typical size of a stag that you'll get in these parts of the country. And this looks like where people would have gathered, because that looks like a music stand, you know. It's Mandel's water music. So you can imagine if you take yourself back to the day, you know, you'll have people sitting over here drinking whiskey with their guests, and probably whoever, Lord, somebody will have been sitting there playing for their guests in the piano, you know. And just like today, like when one wants to request a certain music, back in the day you would have requested, you know, what score you want to choose from. So I can see there's a Mozart there, but I imagine there'll be like Handel and all these other, you know, other musicians back in the day, you know, classical music and that kind of thing. So that's a very grand looking piano for its time anyway. So let's continue and just explore a bit. And I think these are the books. Collection of books here. I would imagine Shakespeare and all this. Very, very old. sort of books. So incredible, guys. It's definitely worth a visit. And like I said, guys, this was the music room, as you can see. And you have, obviously there, as you can see, it's Dunrobin Castle, and obviously it caters for a lot of tourists who come over here, so you have in different languages as well. And that just, again, just shows us what this place was, which was the music room. So, and you can imagine, you'll have been, you know, if you're a lady or a lord looking over the window and trying to see who's walking in the gardens, you'll have been standing here listening to your music and, you know, just having a bit of a nosy, really. Right. So this seems like a very tiny dining setup here. And beautiful, beautiful silver there. Wow. Amazing. That just screams expensive. So these guys, back in the day, really, really, look at that. So this was the drawing room. As you can see here. So, not sure exactly what the drawing room, but the principal items of furniture are Louis the 15th period and comprise a set of 2 CTs and 12 fauteuils and suites. God, I don't know that. But the star is the Louis the 16th French table with the Florentine Pietra. Amazing, guys. The collection here of furniture is incredible, as you can see. And you can imagine standing at the drawing room and looking outside. It's like, what a view. Wow. It's incredible, guys. Absolutely incredible. It's very, very ornate looking items here. And that clock as well. It's just looking very, very expensive as well. And these are collections, obviously, that have lasted for a very long time. So you can imagine the way they've looked after this is incredible, you know. And the incredible sheer size of those portraits here is just something really to behold, to be honest. Guys, looking out in the garden here, it just looks incredible. I can just imagine standing in the room here and just, you know, taking myself back in the day when one of the residents here and just appreciating what a garden they have. So I'll be taking a wander around the garden just to show you what it's like, what sort of plants are there and everything, and give you just an idea. But this is pretty much an aerial view of what we're looking at. So I'll just continue with the tour. And it's fireplaces all over the place. As you can imagine, this is a very old castle, so it will have taken a lot to heat up, if you know what I mean, you know. It will have taken a lot to heat up this sort of building, so this is why I would imagine there are fireplaces everywhere, pretty much because of the sheer size of the castle itself. So as you can see over here, guys, on the back, there's some items there. So I'll just turn my camera around and I can show you what that. So, it's just clock items on a chair. I suppose this is where, I don't know, where guests will be signing their names and that kind of thing. And it's amazing, guys. So just coming here into the next room. And again, it's just having a look and not touch. And I love that tartan. Nothing screams Scotland like the tartan, you know. It's beautiful. And that's another view of the garden, just from the house, to give you an idea of what it looks like. But it's such a maze of a garden. It's incredible how well it's looked after. And obviously the wood is very, very old as well. So this is incredible. So just take a bit of a wander, just have a look again. Hello.
Hello there.
Is this the library? Ah, fantastic. It's beautiful. Oh, wow. Lions.
So what are you doing? You're making a film?
Yeah, just taking a personal film, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you. Yeah. So guys, as you can see, that's, I would imagine back in the day these would have come from Africa or somewhere?
Or India, Africa or India.
Oh, India, yeah.
Two of them, they used to hunt a lot.
Right, okay.
That's husband and wife.
Ah, right, okay. So that's the wife, oh yeah. So will this be the Duke of Sutherland or something? Mm-hmm. Duke of Sutherland. And this was once a boarding school, right?
Yeah.
Back in the wartime.
Yeah. No, in 1965 to 73.
Right.
No, it was a hospital in the war.
A hospital, all right, okay.
It was a naval hospital in the First World War.
Right.
And in the Second World War, it was just an army hospital.
Right. Wow, fantastic. So much rich history. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Wow, guys. So, yeah. There we go, guys. We just had the lady, some incredible history as well during the wartime. I just had a bit of a passive research last night to kind of just acquaint myself with what this place is. And yeah, she's confirming some of the things that I was reading. So very, very incredible, guys. So as you can see here, it looks like a tea room of some sort because, so like I said, the Duke of Sutherland was a hunter and I suppose the one who pretty much lived in this castle. So you'll imagine with the different rooms, there will have been different functions for each room, you know. So this, and it says here, the ladies' sitting room. So yeah, so that kind of just gives it away there. And obviously you see the, you know, the china there for tea and everything. So, right, let's take a bit of a wander. And there's a bit of a staircase here, so very, very narrow set of stairs. Please mind the step.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Okay.
We have 5 minutes here. And this is the main bedroom. Okay. This is the main bedroom. Oh, wow.
I don't know if that's an issue. Is that an initial way?
Would be, yeah.
guess this is I suppose the bathroom. Look at that, guys. I can just, my camera there, you can see. This was the wash basins. So, very, very incredible. It just gives you a glimpse as to how the chair there, I can just imagine if you're sitting and having a shower, obviously the water passes through and...
But these were very
wow.
in the day, Paul.
Yeah, very, very... wow. And through the window there just gives you a bit of a backdrop of what it looks like, and there seems to be like a statue there. Just kind of giving you a glimpse of what it's like. So incredible. Wow, beautiful. And guys, if I can just turn my camera around, you can see the staircase there. It's amazing. Wow.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Hiya. And this gives it away. It's a children's room, right? Playroom.
It's the nursery.
Nursery. Okay. Incredible. Wow. And how many children back in the day would have been here? You know?
Not that many. Really.
Not that many.
5 or 6. It depended what generations.
Right.
And they had lots of children, so you know they could be as young as a baby to
Yeah.
age of 16.
Right.
Because they had like 10, 11 children.
Wow.
Yeah.
For the size of the house as well, it's incredible.
A couple of nannies and a governess, so they did their schoolwork here and their music lessons as well.
Right. So what would a governess have been doing?
Teaching.
Teaching. Okay. Oh, that was a teacher back in the day.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Governess. Okay.
That's okay.
Incredible. Yeah. So this is the night nursery. Incredible. So guys, look at that.
I prefer rocks and kilts.
So this was his seamstress room as well. Incredible.
Oh, right, it's like the church did. Why have they got that panel for the pocket? Because that was the panel that they used for the pockets. Because I wondered whether I should be making them bigger.
It gives you, I mean, what grieves me out.
So guys, this is the Duke's room, and that will have been the Duke of Sutherland, from what I've learned. Just walking across and having a tour of this place. And the lady was saying that, of course, big shop here, guys, so pretty much, you know, you can come in and pretty much buy item, you know, country-like stuff. Yeah, candles and that kind of thing, so it's a good way of, you know, getting a memorabilia of some sort that reminds you of your tour here. So it's all, if you feel a bit of like a ladyship or a lordship, there's also that too. So Incredible, guys. And that's just another view of the garden from there, you know. So this has been incredible. Just making our way out to the garden, so just to give you an idea of what that looks like as well. So we'll see you shortly. Yeah, please be careful on the steps. And how amazing is that, guys? You know, Dunrobin has been worth it, to be honest. And it just gives you a better perspective of how the gardens here are manicured and the amount of work this will take to do this is, I would imagine, in my view, you know, it takes them probably every other day to just go around, because it keeps growing as well, if you think about it. So they have to be on top of it all the time, you know. Yeah, so absolutely incredible. So we'll just go to the gardens shortly and just kind of walk around and see what sort of plants they have there. That's just another view from the castle, from the garden, sorry. And yeah, just beautiful gardens, guys. Amazing. So guys, this has been an amazing trip coming down here. Incredible day to do it. The gardens have been majestic. Inside the house has been incredible as well. So if it's a place that you've always wondered what it's like, if you're into castles like I am and that kind of thing, it's really, really worth it to get yourself here and check it out. The price was £15.50. So yeah, like I said, guys, if you like this video, please subscribe, like, and I do this sort of travel content every other week, so please check out my channel, subscribe, and so that you can be alerted of these sort of videos. I hope you like this video, and let me know what you think in the comments.